Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. Welcome for those of you on the podcast platforms. Please stand by as we're going live on Facebook as well. And so, good evening, good afternoon, good morning once again. We are live now on Facebook. Welcome to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast with your senior host and coach, Lakeisha McKnight. This podcast platform is a media outlet for Women of Elevation Career Services International, where we empower women with the tools to be able to create, relate, and elevate so you can walk in your God given purpose and truly carry out your dream lifestyle. And so, again, welcome to this super duper podcast show that goes live every Tuesday and Wednesday around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're a little bit behind as there are a lot of meetings going on tonight that myself and the team is a part of. But I really want to dive into the content tonight. During the final quarter of this year, we're focusing in on the core area of elevate. And so we were talking about elevating your mindset and your thoughts on during the month of September. And during this month of October, we're talking about elevating your income. Elevating your income. And so last night we were talking about whether you should focus on active versus passive income. And what I really want to give you tonight is a couple of suggestions, a couple of methods, investment methods as it pertains to active versus passive income. All right. And so you understand something. Some people choose to split it between, 50-50 when it comes to producing active and passive income. Now, when you're thinking about active income investments, it can be flipping and wholesaling properties. It could be working a business whereby maybe it's a network marketing business. And so it really depends. Again, active is when you're actively involved, in producing that income so that it comes in. All right. And so listen, if you're tired of really having to put in the work and a whole lot of sweat equity, then you want to consider passive income investments too. Now, examples of that would be, rental properties. You want to have, of course, assets where you obtain the asset and it appreciates in value, something like gold, physical gold. Okay. And of course, there are some cryptocurrencies, but you have to, of course, assess your risk level as well because some investments have higher risk than others, and so you want to make sure you check in and assess, what level of risk are you willing to take. All right. But I know that gold, for example, does not have any risk whatsoever. And so, that's just something that I personally do. I don't know about a lot of other people out there, but that's something I encourage because it doesn't have any risk at all. It's a tier one asset. So those are just some suggestions that I have for you all on tonight as it pertains to active versus passive investment methods and income. Because remember, assets adds money, adds wealth to you. All right, versus a liability that takes away that cash flow from you. You're pouring out instead of receiving. All right. And so again, I do welcome you guys. I thank you so very much for tuning in on tonight. Wanted to give you a couple of suggestions. Remember, we've just also updated our website over at womenofelevation.com. So make sure you check it out. Do a drive-by over at the website. Also, keep in mind the changes that are coming down the pipe. So starting in 2021, this podcast will be called Women of Elevation Empowerment Podcast. And our structure is changing. And so we're going to put you guys, you ladies, excuse me, into profit mode. And so for those of you serious about profiting, serious about really truly being, 6 and 7 figure earners, even despite what's going on around us with the economy, you want to make sure you stay plugged in for details as it comes down the pipeline. So again, welcome guys. Thank you so very much. We'll be back with more with the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast next week. Be blessed and have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye now.